I'm Coach Tina, and today I've got a strength-based workout for you. We are going to start with lower body. It's really kind of going to be like bodybuilder style because we're just hitting lower body. Then we're going to just hit upper body. And of course, we're going to finish with something a little bit more metabolic. All you'll need is some sort of step or bench. I have one of these Reebok versions. And then a few sets of dumbbells. I have one, but I ideally would like you to have a medium and a heavy set. And let's get started. We're actually going to start down on the ground. You're going to lie down, and I want you to kick the leg to the side as your body shifts. So where you're going to feel this most is in your glutes. We're just kicking left and right in these leg swings. Your head can be up, your head can be down. Focus on that lower body. 2, 1. Now I want you to flip over onto your stomach. Make your arms like a T, and you're going to bring one leg over so the foot is planted, and then the other side. Here we are working on opening up your shoulders as well as your hips. These are called scorpions. Keep going left and right. We got 3 more seconds here. 2 and 1. Now I want you to meet me here with one leg up, one knee down. If the right foot's in front, bring the right hand up. I'm going to pivot my back leg slowly. Bring the left hand down as I keep my eye on the right. And you're going to come back up. So this is called a windmill, a half kneeling windmill. And we're working on opening up the upper back and opening up the hip. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch legs. So now I got my right leg down, left leg up. So left leg up, left arm up, keep the eye up there at the left hand as I reach. If you can't touch all the way down with your elbow, it is okay. Go as far as you can. A few more. This is one of my favorite warm-up mobility exercises. 2, and give me 1 more. Fantastic. Now we're just going to kind of wake up the nervous system. So we're going into light pogo hops, just up and down. You can always just bounce it out. We're going to go side to side in a couple seconds. 1. So make it a side to side pogo. As you can tell, this is getting your heart rate up. It's waking up the nervous system. Like, yes, Tina, I'm ready to go. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now bring the right foot forward. We're going to stagger stance it. So still staying with one foot in front. And in 10 seconds, we're going to switch so that the other foot is in front. I don't know if you know, but this eye, if you can see, I have a slightly black eye. It's almost healed. Switch legs. I watched my friend's dog, Bentley. We were so excited to see each other. He jumped up as I was going down. His head hit my eye, like right above my eye, and I have a black eye. But it's healing. 3, 2, 1. Great. Shake it off. The first thing we're going to go into is a goblet squat. Here's what I want you to pick up your heavy weight, holding it right by your chest, and we're squatting. Let's bring it on down. We're starting to squat. We're here for 30 seconds. This is going to be superset with a lateral step up. So this is where we're going to use our bench or a little step. Doesn't have to be high, ideally not too high. We got 3 seconds left in this goblet squat. 2 and 1. You get 15 seconds of rest. I'm going to use it to bring my bench a little closer to you or to me. All right. We're coming up. 2, 1, so it's 15 seconds between exercises. Stepping up laterally. When you step down, I want you to curtsy. So we're coming up and then coming down into a curtsy. We're here for 30 seconds before we switch to the other side. Woo! So as I was telling you, as you can see in the video, I didn't feel like covering it up with makeup. It's just the reality of my life. All right, let's switch sides. I'm gonna move it closer, but you are going to the other side. I just don't wanna face my back towards you. So now we're stepping to the other side and coming down into a curtsy. So what we're doing in this lateral step up to curtsy is working your side butt, also known as glute medius, muscles we don't normally work in our everyday life. And one, great, we got a little bit of 15-second break, and we're repeating both those exercises one more time. We're gonna have a goblet squat into lateral step up to curtsy. All right, one, pick up that heavy weight again, back to the goblet squat. Make sure your heels are down, chest is up. You know I want that depth. I want you to ideally to get that little butt bump below the bend of the knee. And why? Because that's where the magic of squats lie. The hardest point is the best point. 3, 2, 1. Great. We got 15-second period of rest before we go into our curtsies, our side step up to curtsy. We got 3 sets of supersets in the lower body. 3, 2, 1. Let's step it on up. So step it up, coming down into a curtsy. So as I was sharing, in this strength-based workout, we're doing all lower body. The lower body uses the most energy. Oh, I'm hoping that I'm not cutting off my head as I film this. Whew. Now let's switch it over to the other side. Stepping it up, coming down. Do your best to stay lateral. You're gonna wanna kind of step to the frontish. I want you to work on keeping it exactly side to side. After this, we're gonna take a rest and go into a hip thrust and single leg deadlift. 2 and 1. Okay, so we're gonna take a little rest for 15 seconds, not a lot, it's a little one, I wasn't lying. Take your heavier dumbbell, and we're gonna lean against the bench for our single leg deadlift. 2 and 1. Put the dumbbell on your right hip. Let's bring the left leg up, and you're lifting. We're here for 30 seconds. Keep your eyes on your knees, and you're doing your best to lift your hips as best you can with that single leg. We got 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2. Move that weight to the other side, and let's bring that hip up. Now this can be a little awkward. I just want to make sure you're not holding yourself up with your elbow. My shoulder blades are sitting on that little shelf above the edge of my bench. We got 10 more seconds. Whew. 5, 4, 3. Oh, you know this is one of my harder ones too. And 1, we got 15-second rest. Now I want you to take your heavier dumbbell. We're gonna go into a single leg deadlift. Ideally, I actually wanted it wall reference. So you're gonna put one foot behind on the wall. Right foot is on the wall. My right hand has the dumbbell. So I'm pushing my hips back, almost like I'm sitting into the wall. The heavier dumbbell, the harder the work. And this kind of forces the proper position. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Switch hands, switch legs. So my other foot is behind on the wall. As I bend at the hips, as if I'm trying to find a chair behind me. There is a knee bend. Is your chest open? We got 15 more seconds. Keep pushing. 5 more. So again, when things don't feel hard, you want to think about what weight you're using. We're going to go back to the single leg hip thrust in 9 seconds. So the weight determines everything. So if you're doing a traditional workout where there's a rep scheme, then, all right, let's get in position. I'm gonna start with my left leg up now. If there's a rep scheme, what you want, you wanna put this on the standing leg side or the pushing leg side. You pick a weight based on the rep scheme if you have a rep scheme. And you wanna pick, ideally, a weight where your last couple reps are hard. You're working in what they call the 80% 1 rep max area, which is where, when working in that area, you gain the most strength. Let's switch sides. Okay, other side, my right knee's up, so my weight is on my left hip. I'm pushing with my left leg. Really push, so the goal is to push so that your hips can't move any further on the way up. If I can do it, you can too. 2, and give me 1 more. Great, we got 15 seconds. Grab your heavier dumbbell, and we're gonna go back to our wall reference. I'm gonna go sideways so you can kind of see how I'm doing it. So I'm gonna start with my right leg behind so you can see what it looks like. Actually, no, left leg behind. All right, let's get going. So I have that foot pushed against the wall. As I reach my hips back, keep your chest open. When I had someone ask me, what does it mean? What I mean is I don't want your shoulders rounded. I want you to think your shoulders are pulled back, making your lats, your back muscles active. We're at 3 seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. Okay, switch hands with the weight, switch legs. So the weight is on the side where the foot is elevated. We got 15 more seconds. Oh, so I don't know if you noticed, as I mentioned, I got a little bruise here on my eye. Yeah, it was a doggo accident. I don't know if any of you have had that where the dog got so excited. He was jumping, he hit me by accident. He didn't mean it. All right, so we're going into our next superset. You got about 9 seconds. We're doing sumo squat pulses, and we're pairing that with Cossack squats. So let's hold your one weight, and you can hold it low, and we're literally just pulsing. So the feet are wide, your toes are turned out, you're staying in this bottom position. You can hold the weight so it's hanging, or hold it by your collarbones. We got 15 more seconds. Hang in there. I know your legs are burning. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you got 15 seconds. We're gonna go into some Cossack squats. I'm gonna do it body weight, but you can do it with weight. And what that is where we're just shifting left and right. So it's a side lunge, but your feet aren't moving. 2, here we go. So getting as low as possible. Think less of knee bend and more hips back. And I'm doing it body weight because I kind of just want to work on my hip mobility, but this feels super easy. Add a weight, add 2 weights. We're gonna do this set one more time before we hit our upper body. 2 and 1. Okay, we got 15 seconds of rest. Catch your breath, have a sip of water. We're starting back in 5. All right, here we go. Keep that wide stance, toes pointed outwards, and you're just pulsing in this low position. Make sure your ribs aren't flared out. Rib cage is tucked down towards the pelvis, but shoulders are away from your ears. They're open. The heavier your weight, the more work you're gonna be doing in this oscillating position. You'll see something like this again in our finisher. I'll keep it a surprise. 5. Here we go, and 1, take a rest. We're gonna go back into the Cossack squats in 10 seconds. Remember, after this is our last lower body superset before we hit our upper body. That's when we'll need the bench again. Right, take a super wide stance for our Cossack squats and give me what you got. Side to side. Oh, I had somebody, I'll share this with you. I have an online personal programming client who felt very guilty because she has been inconsistent, and we started working together because she wanted to get consistent in her strength training. And about 3 or 4 weeks in, she feels like her body's tired, and she felt guilty. 2 and 1. Let's bring your bench out because we're going to be working on upper body. You put it here so you can see. And she felt guilty because she's not able to go 3 times this week. And I was like, your body's craving something like yoga, which it was. Okay, let's get onto the bench. Remember, pull the heels closer to your shoulders, but heels are down. We're doing a reciprocating press. So that means alternating, seesawing the up and down of your bench press. There's a slight arch in your back. Shoulder blades are kind of hugging together as you push and pull. And with this, we're going into push-ups together. 2 and 1. Set that down, you got 15 seconds. Oh, so what I basically told my client was that not to stress it, because when you're consistent, it is okay if sometimes you need a break. You know, we have phases in our body, in our energy levels. Okay, so you're taking a very wide hand grip and coming down for your push-ups. So not the narrow one. So when I say wide, keep going. I mean wider than your shoulders, probably by a hand or 2. And I'm doing it at an angle so that you can see. You're keeping your legs together, squeezed. You got 10 more seconds here. Make sure the hips don't sink down from the belly button to the heels. Everything is fully engaged. Fantastic. Okay. You got 15 seconds, and we're going to go back into that little superset of alternating bench and push-ups. Okay, 2, and let's kick it back. Head is supported, feet are pulled back, alternating, pushing and pulling. So bench press is not just a push. When you bring the weight down, you're actually pulling the weight down. So your back muscles are helping you bring that down. We're here for 15 more seconds. Are you with me still? Are you pushing? Keep pushing. Strength, especially over 50, is so important for us. It's what makes me feel great in my body. Well, and plyometrics, as you follow me, you know I'm always talking about plyo, strength and plyo. And we bring both down. We're gonna take a little rest. In 5 more seconds, we're going back into our push-ups. 2, and here we go. Wide grip push-ups, feet together. You're gonna breathe out when you push away. And make sure I'm not just showing you my butt. You got 10 more seconds here. Keep pushing. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way because we're going into our second, which is a seesaw press and a renegade row. So let's get ready. Grab both weights, and we're doing the same thing we did when we did the bench, which is alternating. Your arms should be feeling burnt like mine. Whew. So you don't have to rush it. Make sure you lock it out. I've got a mirror in front of me so I can see that I'm locking out. Are the arms right next to your ears? 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going into a renegade row. If you're saying, oh my God, Tina, my arms. Yeah, I get it. I'm right here with you. We got 5 more seconds. We're gonna come down. If this is hard for you in terms of wrists, you can always do push-up position. I'll show you alternative. But so typically, renegade row is pulling, one up, alternating. So keep doing that. Another option is one hand down and just pulling and switching. We got 15 seconds here, and you're trying to keep your hips as level as possible. You're gonna give me 5 more seconds worth. So I think my dumbbells are not the most ideal because they got a real hexagon shape. Okay, we're resting. We're gonna go back into the overhead presses. Give me 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Let's get it. Alternating press overhead. Pause for a second. Make sure your quads are tight and squeezed. You're pulling your kneecaps up towards your belly. Trying not to lean back too much, so making sure the rib cage is tucking down toward the pelvis. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And I'm gonna actually change this renegade row to an alternating supinated row. So palms away from you, and I'm gonna have you pull and alternate. I thought I'd just make it a little interesting. And after this, we just got 1 more upper body push. We were doing Arnold's and lat raises. We got 20 more seconds in these alternating rows. Up and, oops, sorry, I just got confused. Keep going. I had a brain fart, I'm sorry. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna shake it off for a little bit. From here, we're gonna go into Arnold's, and then we're gonna go into lat raises. 3, 2, and okay, Arnold's. Palms in, press out, yep, more pressing, because this is the hardest strength exercise to get, I guess, to have progress, because we all, this is everyone's biggest challenge, overhead. If you're strong overhead, you're gonna be strong everywhere else. You got 5 more seconds. And 1, take a rest. We're going into lat raises. So a lat raise is when you lift the weight to the shoulder height. Okay, 3, 2, and let's go. Lifting to the shoulders, bring it back down. So this is a rotator cuff strength exercise. If you feel that this weight is a bit heavy, just switch it out to a lighter one. Nobody is trying to be the world's greatest lat raiser. This is simply working on those muscles right there in your shoulders that help support, help you lift. 3, 2, we're gonna rest, and we're gonna go into the Arnold's in just a moment. I want you to shake it out a little. It's your last time doing the Arnold's last time. Okay, let's get ready. Shake it loose, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, palms in, press it overhead. Back down and overhead. Push your whole foot into the ground, both of them. Pull the kneecaps up. Squeeze or clench your butt cheeks. We got 10 more seconds here. 2, and 1. So I want you to shake it off for 10 seconds. It's a total of 15, but by now, by the time I finish talking, you're gonna have 5. We're gonna go into our last of your upper body, the lat raises, and then go straight into the finisher. 2, and 1. So just lift it. I always breathe out on the exertion, and that's the way you should do it. It gives you more power. Keep going. We only got 15 seconds left. You got this. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. That's it for strength. We're gonna go straight into our finisher. You got 15 seconds. Just follow along. We're gonna be doing extensive squat jumps, which means you're staying at the bottom. Down dog, runners, lunge, C-skips, and intensive pogos. 2, and 1. So drop it down to the squat. An extensive squat is this. You're gonna stay low, but your feet are coming off the ground. This is actually mobility for your squat. And it's not easy. I'm doing it with you, so I know it's not easy, and I've done it, I've programmed it, so just stay low. These kind of exercises are great for your knees and your tendons, even though it seems counter, but you're building up the endurance in your tendons and the ability for you to be able to do this kind of move. 2 and 1. Okay, walk it out into a high plank position. Now you're going into a down dog. Bring the right foot forward. Down dog, left. More mobility. Sometimes this is used in yoga as a way to raise the heart rate, to warm up, and I like it because it's also working mobility at the end of a workout. 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. We're going into C-skips, which is a track drill. Also mobility. So 1, 2. We're alternating. Knee up, knee slide. Knee up, side. A lot of times track drills and agility is really sharpening your coordination besides making you lighter on your feet. It's all about coordination. Okay, last thing on the docket, intensive pogo. So this is extensive, intensive. Keep the legs stiff. Let the tops of your feet slap the floor. Use your arms to scoop yourself up. 10 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, nice job. I'm high-fiving you. Come down onto the ground with me. Let's lie in, hug your left knee in tight, as if you're merging your knee into your chest. Bring it across the body to the right side. Extend the left arm. Keep the left shoulder down and look over your left shoulder. Come back to center. Hug that right knee in, merge it into your chest. Extend the left leg away from you. Now bring it across the body towards the right. Extend the right arm, but keep the right shoulder down. Look over your right shoulder. 10 more seconds. 2, 1. Come onto all fours. Extend the right leg to the side. Just rock it back. Now I want you to take the opposite arm, raise it, needle through towards the extended right leg. Raise the left arm again, needle it through. Give me one more, and needle it through. Let's switch over to the other side. Left leg's extended. I'm gonna rock it back, bringing my hips towards my heels. Now, raise the opposite arm, so right arm comes up, needles through towards the left. Raise it again, needle it through. Give me one more, open, needle it through. Good. Now, I want you to bring the hips down into this cobra. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze, clench the glutes. I want you to look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Now bring the hips back, widen up the knees. Walk those hands away from you. Try to let the hips sink down deep, deep, deep. Trying to reach the floor. Let your chest drop. Walk the hands to the right side. Place the left hand on the right for a left side body stretch. Now walk the hands on the left. Place it over the right. Right hand on the left hand. Side body stretch on the right. Come back to center. Let's get into the bottom of the squat position. Left arm on the inside of the left leg. Open the right arm up, really leverage to open, open, open. Now let's switch sides. Right arm On the inside of the right leg, left arm leveraging open. Both hands overhead. Come out of that squat, hands down. And thank you so much for joining me for today's strength workout. High-fiving you, and I'll see you next time.